Am I the asshole for making my ex a birthday cake, even though his girlfriend told me she had already ordered one? No, we never have enough cake. So, eh? I'm an amateur baker and I like to make cakes for people for their birthday. My ex doesn't like sweet stuff, but our kids like helping me make a cake. That's fair. Like, basically, also, she did it with her kids for him. So I normally make one for him anyways for their sake. That's good. This year, his girlfriend planned a party for him and she told me she had already ordered him a cake. So I didn't need to make one. I told her that was fine, but my daughter kept asking me when we would make her dad's cake. And I was upset when I said we wouldn't because she assumed I didn't like my ex, and that's why I wouldn't make him one. Aw. Like, to some point, if you're still having such a good relationship, which with what I will guess, like, it's not said, but sounds like it's their kids, like her Hex and hers kids. So if you have a good enough relationship to keep on making cake for your ex with your kids, it's good for the kids to some point and it gives them something to do. Also, like that, your kids will learn how to make cakes, which is great. I can't make cake and I'm 32. Like, I'm an old man and I'm unable to make cake. I'm burning them or I'm undercooking them. So fair enough. Like, if you learn to do that as a kid, you might have better chance to succeed at making cake. Since the cake has always been more for the kids than for my ex, I decided just to make him a small one since it's not like he eats cake anyway, and I don't want my kids to think I dislike their dad. I told his girlfriend beforehand and I was going to make going to make a small cake, and she told me no, not to. And that I could bring it to the party. That I couldn't bring it to the party. I told her I had to bring it to the party as that's when the kids would give him his gift. I offered to come early and give it to him before other guests arrived, and then they could put it away and nobody else would know about my cake, but she didn't agree with me and repeatedly told me not to bring it. At this point, she's trying to make a statement, okay? She's trying to say, you don't do that. I don't want you to show any kind of love toward my man. That's basically what she's trying to do. And this is stupid because there I see at least 3 different attempts at finding a common ground. Like being like, I don't care if nobody knows about it. My goal is not for people to know that I make cake for my ex. My goal is not to steal my ex from you. My goal is to make my ex happy, but just a little, and mostly our kids happy. I didn't take it with me in the end, and now she keeps complaining to mutual friend that I did it on purpose to ruin the party and calling me weird for making him a cake after I was told not to. The weird part is to make a scene about that. Like, cake is cake. Oh, man. What kind of relationship she planned on having with the mother of the child of which she's going to be the stepmother of eventually? Maybe. But she's ruining what could be a decent relationship and a good show of like functional interaction in between human, even though there's love that got like implied into it. Just because I guess it's jealousy. That's the only explanation I can find. It's jealousy. What else could it be but jealousy? Red flag. You were clear the cake was from the kid. The girlfriend is asserting her dumb. Yeah, exactly. A woman who says her boyfriend can't have a cake from his kid needs to think long and hard about being with someone's kid. Someone with kids. Honestly, there's no the wildest part of this is the birthday boy apparently doesn't even like cake, but both his current woman and ex feel so strongly that he needs cake. They're like, he does not like cake. Why do you buy cake? Why do you make cake? Who cares about cake? Yeah. Like this one. That was a funny one. Like, worst case scenario, you're just like, what's the problem? Too much cake. Yeah. That was the problem that they had today. That sounds like first world as fudge.